Testing.
So the secret is don't retire.
Keep working.
Secret don't retire.
Oh, as a government.
Oh, like that ah?
Which is ridiculous, right? You work all your life and you downgrade and then you just...
Or don't retire in Singapore.
Yeah, okay, so you are early bird. So as promised, I will start with the early bird, the segment for early birds, right? So how I come out this topic, how to avoid retirement failure even you have lots of money, is because it's true that you can have retirement failure even you have lots of money. It's true. It occurred to me, I started to think of this because last week I was, one of my client feedback to, she was sharing that her mother had a failed retirement. So she explained that when her mother retires, right, she did not plan on what she's going to do during retirement. So she stayed at home, and actually then the thing got quite bad. The whole family was affected, because of planning lack of activity, planning on what to do during retirement. So her mother decided to go back to the workforce, to work for a few years, and now this is getting old, so now it's a second attempt to retire. So it was a case where she probably has money to retire, but yet do not know how to retire. So that's one of my failure in retirement. So it's quite common when you hear people say, hey, if I retire, nothing to do, right? So it's true that if you have nothing to do and you retire, you're going to ask for trouble, right? Many years ago, maybe about when I was a rookie, 19 years ago, 20 years ago, so I have this case, this business owner sold his business, and then he no longer need to work for the company. So basically cashing out. So he asked me can I retire. He was maybe mid-50s. So as a rookie, I just took out my spreadsheet. When you see a financial advisor, the first thing they take out spreadsheet, you know it's a rookie one. Okay, you see, because the person is just mathematical, which was me. So I count a spreadsheet and know the ROI, IRR, whatever simulation, and he said, yeah, you can retire. And he said, do I need to find another job? I said, no need. You just relax. Wow, Salah advice, wrong advice. So not because he needed money, but because he was looking for retirement advice. Now to think about it, that's why clients come to us for advice, right? Because they do not know what they don't know. So I say you can just relax. So since then, after that, the health become bad. He and his wife become very, very bad. Very, very bad. A lot of medical condition, and they really literally took my wife stay at home. So quite sorry for them lah. So now they are no longer my client. Partly, I'm quite doubtful over their mental capacity as well. Yeah, it become quite bad lah. So that was 20 years ago. Now they should be 60, 70. Yeah, but 70 is also quite young, But when they were 60 plus, I already found that their mental capacity cannot make it on. Okay, so why? So this is related to this failure in retirement plan is related to this why most people has no time. Okay, so about this time management issues. So when you were a toddler, you have no control over time because you have to listen to your parents. And then when you go to school, you have to follow the school timetable, right? You cannot play. I remember when I was a primary one, my parents tell me, you can no longer play with toys. All your toys are confiscated. Wow, I was traumatized. Up to now, still traumatized by that. P1, no toys. Right? Equivalent to today, I say P1, no phone. Something like that, right?
So when you're older, then you start to buy back all the toys.
Yeah, very expensive, right? Yeah, she had played all the toys there, and then now no need, right? Well, now you buy the toys. So that was bad financial advice. I never deny. Next time your grandchildren, okay? Never deny your grandchildren at P1 their toys. Otherwise, they will buy very expensive toys later. Okay. So when you graduate, right, you have to work hard because you are newbie, you need to demonstrate that you are a good worker and get the promotion, etc. Then when you buy a house, right, you end up working for the bank because you have this big mortgage to pay. And then when you give birth, alamak, your kids will then dictate your time, right? You have no more time because of kids. And then when you're older, your parents get older, then you need to care of your parents, right, due to your aging. And then in the last few years of your life, right, you lose control over your mind and body. So you spend most of the time having no time because of this. Most of the time, your time is controlled by someone. By the end of your lifespan, you lose control over time because your caregiver will dictate the way you manage time. So most people have no time. So that's why people don't know how to enjoy their freedom until they lost it. Because most of us here never had never had the privilege of managing time. It's always dictated by someone else. So the window where you have true freedom, right, is actually somewhere between financial independence to your loss of freedom. Okay, due to in retirement, you may have to look after your grandchildren or your own disability or your parents' disability, okay, or death, right? Death is the final period where you lose total freedom. So this window is actually not, it's very short, or maybe it may not even exist for some people. So I have one client in her early 50s, right? She has to look after her dementia mother, and she has to quit to do that. So for that case, right, she don't even have this opportunity. There was no window of freedom at all, right? Because of that, of family, parental care. And for those of us who have this freedom, right, you don't also make use of it. So what I'm trying to say is this window where you have true freedom is actually very short only. It's not a luxury. I mean, it's not something they can take for granted. If you have it, it's a luxury. Okay, if you're not careful, you'll lose this opportunity. So this is there are 5 boxes here to demonstrate the life cycle. When you're starting off, you're a learner, so no time. Then you're working, no time, and you work, look after your children, etc. And then later on, you scale down, say, oh yeah, I want to relax, I got money. Then you retire, and then you have your own disability. So the time where you have true freedom is probably only here. And this box I draw until halfway here, not the full retirement, because at this point in time, you may have some, as you grow older, you might have some mild challenges, right? Maybe arthritis here and there, and that actually hinders you from traveling to places that you really like to travel. Okay? Or you look after your own parents. So the true freedom is around this box only. It's actually I draw this box look very big, like 1.5 boxes, but actually in reality it's very short. It could be 5 to 10 years at most, It's very short only. Not to scale, right? The one that is the long one is develop and active contribution. This is probably more than 50 years. So this is a very, very short period, and so I get quite disturbed when some of my clients, some of you all here, say that I will work until I drop dead. You're missing the point. Okay, you're missing the point. So why most people don't make use of this window of freedom? Why, right?
They enjoy working.
Enjoy working?
Some people can't do without working.
Okay, then I'll come to that. So one reason is because common feedback, unemployment brings the feeling of insecurity. Okay, this one. That's why you engage me, right? To give you that financial security. But still, after even I tell you, oh, you got 10 million in the bank, you still feel insecure, right? You still feel that money is not enough. So here is a bit of psychology. So sometimes I'm an unofficial and illegal psychiatrist and illegal psychologist with bachelor from Timbuktu. Yeah. So how I try to address this objection is perhaps to create a passive income. So you can have it looks like a paycheck every month. So you feel that it's like as if you are working, okay? A paycheck every month. So this will help. If it's psychologically helping you, then let's do that, okay? That's important, right? Psychology. So last 1 week ago, I have one client. She's in her 60s. Can't do financial review. How is investment? It's just a review, but she brought her son. Her son is hi Lin, hello. So she brought a son just to look see, okay? And son is a uni grad, undergrad, still studying in uni. So the way both of them talk are totally different. Okay, the mom, my client, she focused on wealth preservation, enjoying life. And she has the age, right? Lifestyle, and she said, she wants pocket money to spend. Then her son looked at her, pocket money? Got so much money in the bank, no? So he just completely cannot figure out why she needed pocket money. He said, Mom, you got so much money, just reserve some, and then the rest invest in stocks lah. Because young kids, they are more gung ho, right? And hello, he is. Then when I demonstrate that I can advise in stock, I do advise stocks for my clients. So when he realizes that I also do stocks, so he said, Mom, just invest all in stock, get high ROI. Then the mother said, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I need some passive income. Then, both of them were arguing. One talking about passive income, the other arguing about high returns. Different point of view. Okay, the small kid is thinking of, for his point of view is money is making money, but for the more senior one, the feeling of security is important. Never mind the ROI might be lower, right? So this one, so psychology, the unofficial psychology says, create passive income for yourself, maybe will make you feel better. Or if nothing else to do, don't know how to manage your free time, right? This is a common objection. Nothing else to do, don't know how to manage free time. So my suggestion to address this issue is that perhaps instead of quitting your job straight away when you want to retire, why not do a part-time role, maybe 50% role, and then you try to manage the other 50% of free time. Okay, that means you don't retire immediately. You scale down. Okay, like this picture, scale down lah. Or never mind the pay is not very good because you're not working for money already, right? So you just scale down 50% and then you find something else to do. Create hobbies. I often hear people say that, I'm going to quit now, and then I'll find hobbies to do, or I will think of, I'll join our socialize exercise club or volunteer work or something like that. But then if you have never done those before in your entire life, right, what makes you think that you can do it? Give you an example, right? If you have been antisocial for 60 years, seriously, do you think that you can socialize? I got money can, yeah.
Friends will come.
Then I need to build a bigger retirement pot for you, right? That means you cannot retire, right?
Buy lunches.
Yeah, buy lunch. So if you have never been a social person for 60 years, I don't think so, no. And you think you have no social circle to go with, you need to have more than one social circle. You cannot be always based on that same alumni. Okay, you need to have multiple social circle. So you need to create new one, and creating new one is not easy to penetrate in because all social circle, usually by definition, they are close social circle. Okay, so and then things like maybe helping others. If you have never helped others for 60 years, what makes you think that people want your help? Not so straightforward. Even charity, they see people want, right? Okay, all work has become a self-identity. So these are normally people who say that they enjoy work. Now, nothing wrong with enjoying work, but we must be careful because if the work is enjoyable, it means two things. One is you are highly efficient, therefore you are recognized, right? But another two is that it might become self-identity. Work has become an identity. This problem usually happens on guys, male. Okay, male, the ego is very big one. Okay, but you ask any male, is your ego big? They say, no, ego not big, no. They will be very defensive. Once you see a person so defensive, confirm ego very big. Confirm. But if you ask a guy, if you ask somebody and the fellow say, I'm not so sure. And then you start to think, likelihood, the fellow ego not so big. Because he is ready to potentially admit that of his weakness. Because the word ego is a negative word. So usually guys has this issue. Yeah. This guy, and I think it has to do with Asian society that the male being so-called the head of household is expected to support the family. And even if the lady is working, right, the man is still expected to to support lah, in certain way lah. Not all the time, but at least our generation one lah. Okay, so if you tell your husband, Mr. Husband, we don't need your support anymore. You can quit your job. Wow, the ego gone already, right? So partly it's because of the ego, and maybe it has nothing to do with supporting family, but it's just that some people their identity is based on what they do. So you cannot be like Batman. Batman in his show, he has this tagline says that it's not who you are, it's what you do that matters. That's what Batman says. That's why he's a weirdo, right? That's why he always wears a mask. Okay? No, don't be Batman, right? It's who you are that's important. It's not what you do, especially in the context of retirement planning. Okay, so I always get feedback from people that I'm too busy. Okay, so there are two types of busyness, right? One busy is that you have no control over your time. Maybe you need to look after children. Fine, okay, you have no control. Or you have to pay off the mortgages. No control. Understandable. I went through all those also. Okay. Or busy because you don't want to be responsible for managing your own time. So you can continue the status quo of working until you lost your freedom permanently. So it's the second type of busyness that I'm very concerned about. Reason being, many of my clients of you guys already reached your financial freedom, okay, but you still opt for the second one, okay. So, you think about it, whether is it because of the second one, okay, whether it's the second one. For me, right, I'm never busy one. Right now I'm never busy, but doesn't mean I'm free. Do you know what's the difference between busy and not free? Okay, busy means you are either these two or someone is controlling your time, or you don't want to be responsible for your own time, so you are busy. Not free means, when I say I'm not free in this particular date time slot, means that I purposely choose to do something on that time and date because I want to, because it's a priority, because it's important. Right? There's a difference, So I'm never busy, but usually I'm not free, okay, because I choose to. So it's the difference. So I always hear people say, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Busy with what? Okay, so here are reasons. So number one, right? So here are actual example. Took off the name already. Okay. So when I asked Mr. X to do some administrative matter, maybe to update personal particulars, he said too busy. Right? So some of you, most of you use iFast, and iFast and any institution require you to update your particulars on a regular basis. If you don't do that by regulation, something bad is going to happen to you. In the context of investment account, your account will be suspended. So this one, suspended. Then I asked her to update her, please call this hotline to unsuspend your account. She took 5 months. Cannot. So when I asked Mrs. Y to catch up, just catch up, don't want to catch up, busy. So typically such an individual they keep an emotional distance. Because it's too busy to have any emotional connection. But it's quite important for me to be at least connected with my client like you all, because money is something very personal. Money is not an object. It's part of your life. And so if I do not know you and you don't know me, then how am I know what is your aspiration, your challenges, right? Your future commitment, your fears, because this affects risk profile, risk appetite, ability to take risks. This will affect all my financial advice. So if I do not know you, I cannot give you financial advice. So, but there are some people who are too busy to have any emotional connection. Then and sometimes I ask financial review, but too busy also. Seldom happen, but it does happen. So in this case, Miss Z is not keen in their own money because they are not even interested in financial review. Or to come to a talk, like this kind of talk, but don't even bother to watch the recordings or listen to this talk. So I understand everyone is busy, but at least watch the recording, right? But don't want to. So as a result, not keen to know what's happening to their investment. But obviously, I'm not addressing to this crowd here in this room or those listening in the recording. This one is for those who are not listening. Yeah. And they won't know. They will never know because they don't listen. Okay. And number 5 is, when I ask any of you, Mr. B, who has already financial plan to come, let's say to walk with me, exercise with me, he says it's too far, has to work the next day, too busy. But busy with what? Busy with what? You already have your freedom already. Busy with what? And Singapore is so small. Don't tell me it's too far. From one end to the other end, from Changi to Tuas, right? At most it's 45 minutes to 1 hour drive only. And you are financially free already. If you have no car, don't tell me you're going to take bus or MRT. You can this thing called Grab. And it's not very expensive. At most $50, $50. And you're financially free. I'm not talking about those who just started work. I'm talking about for financially free. If you cannot accept $50, I'm very sad for you. Okay? So, like busy with what? Right? So it cannot be too far. Singapore is too small. In other countries, from one end to the other, you need to take an airplane, right? But Singapore, you take a car. Fine, right? If you're going to take a car, please don't take MRT. Okay? If you're financially free, I mean. But if you're not financially free, okay, must save. Okay? So these are real examples of being too busy, okay, and not exercising your true freedom if you have already obtained it. Okay, so let's talking about the. Okay, don't talk about it. So for me, how I make sure I'm not too busy or not busy, I have to do some time management. How I manage my time more efficiently. Okay. Is that for my clientele who belong to any of these 3, right, usually I'll tell them to find somebody else. Yeah. Every year I will do a stock take, so-called stock take, like a Chinese, before Chinese New Year, right, I'll do a spring cleaning, 大扫除, right. So I will ask these people who are in this category to maybe find somewhere, because I cannot value add. They are paying me for nothing. Some of them never pay me some more. Wow, yeah, the invoice due for how many? Okay, no. Rarely, everyone. Usually people pay. That's it. I do 大扫除, and then I will tell them nicely, you find somebody else. Okay, I will tell them very nicely, very nice one. They think that they don't want me. Really, they thought that they don't want me, really, and they thought that I don't want Wilfred, I want to find another advisor. They thought, but actually in reality, I'm the one. Okay, I have my ways, right? 19 years already, I got my ways. Similarly, for all you guys, I'm the one who choose you one. Okay, you thought you choose me, right? You thought, right? You thought that you saw my YouTube ads, you come to me, you thought that someone referred to me, then you choose me, right? No, I choose you. Okay,
I choose you.
That time rookie, bo pian. But turn up big fish, hang. Okay, so obviously I'm not referring to this crowd, Okay, actually this group are people who won't come from all my events, Okay, and stay away, So I'll do this 大扫除, but every year I also get another 10 to 20 new clients and referrals. So my clientele has been stable. About 120 for some time already. It has been that figure lah. Okay. So therefore, for those who are free, I want to invite you for my talk, for my walk. Right. So this was the previous walk in Botanic Garden on 10 June. A very nice walk. First time I come to certain places in Botanic Garden which I have never been before, and it was a casual. And thanks Esther for the guide. Thank you. Okay. Esther, here, that's the face here. Okay, so she works there, so she helped us to go to interesting. I mean, it's something that's familiar to her, but not familiar to us. Okay, so very grateful for her help. Okay, so the next one will be at Raffles Marina Lighthouse, right? So this was one of my someone. Here, this is the someone, okay? His name is John Chu, who suggested, why not go there? He saw internet very nice, Instagram very nice. Then I told him, hey, can you go and recce that? Tell me good enough. Then he said, need someone to come because he don't go alone. I said, okay, let's go there, everyone. So this is the next walk on the 27th of June, Friday, 6 p.m. We want to catch a sunset, so we need to be there earlier to sunset. So very nice place is at Tuas Link. So if you are free, please come. Okay, especially those who are financially free, no excuse. Okay, and for those who are not financially free, if you manage your time well, you still can come one, no problem one. Okay, yeah, you still can ask for early time off, and then maybe you come in office earlier lah. Right? Okay, so this is the early bird segment, and then I will go now to the one that I want to talk about.